pocket speeches. And then Andrea and Emil, they have volunteered to do two speeches for us. Emil is going to do something on resume. Andrea will introduce her topic on when she's about to speak. Emil, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Welcome, fellow Toastmaster honored guest. I'm Andrea, and tonight's speech is the history of my mother. It's the storytelling manual, subject number 5. They say to know your history is to know your roots. And knowing your roots and your history helps guide you through your life. My mother, Louise Haye, was born 1942 on the island of Jamaica. She grew up with her sister and her mother. Her father died when she was 2. It was not easy living. There was no running water, no electricity, no modern technology. And yet, she made a success out of her life. At age 8, my mother started school. Started at age 5, like everyone else, because she had to be able to walk 8 miles to get to school. But before going to school, she had to go and get the water from the stream, which was a half a mile away, feed the chickens, sweep the yard, and still make it to school at 8 a.m. Otherwise, she would have gotten licks. They survived off the land, my grandmother and my mother and her sister. She became what is known a market girl. By age 8, she would go to the market with her mother to sell whatever was in season, whether it be mango, coconut, banana, whatever it was. She ended up being the best seller and sold all her goods before her mother and sister. When her mother took ill, by the time she was 12, she was the primary person who went to the market to help the family survive. When she went to market, she would have to also do the shopping for the family to return back to the mountain. She did this by herself. She ended up only attending school 2 to 3 days a week, if she was lucky. However, she became an avid reader and managed to be the only child to pass the GC exam in Jamaica in her district. She later, through her diligence, became a nurse. But first, she became a school teacher. While she was reading, she enjoyed reading. She decided she loved to read about what was going on around the world. She loved history. And she decided at age 12 that she was going to travel the world. After she became a teacher, she got the opportunity to come to America. And when she got here, she realized that Fifth Avenue was her place to be. She was gonna stay in New York. She enjoyed the hustle, the bustle, the movement of everyone. She enjoyed being able to travel all over on the train that went 24 hours a day. She decided to stay and worked as a domestic helper until she was sponsored into the country. Once she was sponsored, she decided to bring her three children to America. That was me and my siblings. She didn't want to have her children, though, in an apartment building. So this woman, who was a domestic worker, who earned $50 a week, and worked also on weekends for $20 a week, was able to save enough money, and by 1972 had her first property in America, a 3-family home for her and her children. But she wasn't comfortable there. She wanted the American dream. She wanted success. And she moved on to become a nurse. She did this while working a full-time job and raising 3 children by herself as a single mother in America. Later on, she decided she wanted more. She wanted to travel around the world, just as she dreamed to do it when she was 12. And she made it happen. She would send my family, my sister and I, and my brother to England for the summer. And while we were in England, she would get on a plane and she would travel. By 1985, she had traveled to 10 different countries in the world. But she didn't stop there. She decided she wanted more. She wanted more from America. She began to invest in real estate. And by 1989, had amassed 12 properties in New York between Brooklyn and Queens. She then began traveling more because we were older and we too were in school. She has managed to make it to all 5 continents and has gone to more than 20 countries in the world. This remarkable, diligent woman was able to do all of this, accomplish this, and at age 78, rest nicely on all her achievements. Not only that, she has made an example, a great example for her children and her grandchildren. Knowing that history, knowing the strength of this woman has made it possible for us to achieve what we want to achieve in America, despite the difficulties. Like I said, in conclusion, knowing your history helps you to move forward in life. Sir Toastmaster. Greg?
Thank you, Andrea. I think it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Thank you. Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Andrea? Hello?